What is happening, YouTubenites? It's Thursday, July 21st, 2022, and it is early, man. It's like 3:45 in the morning. But I'm here at my delivery without giving it away. Although you're probably going to figure it out by what I'm going to tell you. I'm at America's favorite retail place that is not Amazon. And I just love it, man, when you roll in here, because this happens at every single one of these. When you roll in for an early morning appointment and they complain that you're here, they complain about what you got, they complain they don't have any room to put it anywhere, they don't know what they're going to do with it, they complain they have to unload it. It's like, why did they order all this? Or what am I supposed to do with all this? It's like, man, I spent the night here last night, so I literally rolled out of bed and checked in here, and you're up for 15 minutes and you're already dealing with somebody's whiny crap. Just shut up and unload the trailer. It's your stuff. All I did was bring it. I picked it up. It's too early for that. You know what I mean? Just do your job. Man, it's hard enough out here without having to deal with that crap right out of the gate. But sure enough, here we are dealing with the crap. But this load, I hate these early morning appointments. They do not work for my lifestyle, or whatever you want to call it, my schedule. My body just can't handle this stuff. But this was the best available thing I could find at the time. And after making a bunch of phone calls and hearing, no, we can't pay you that. That load's covered. This load picks up at 7:30 at night. This was the best thing I could find. But that kind of leads me to the topic of this video, which is dealing with the brokers, calling them on a phone versus sending them emails. But like I mentioned, man, it's real early in the morning here, so I should be, by the time they unload me, it should be getting daylight out. So once it gets daylight and I get out of here, we'll throw the old head cam on, and we'll kibitz about that going down the road. So let me get through this miserable experience, and then I'll be back. I am back, YouTubenites, but actually with a twist, man. It's actually like 2 days later. I just didn't get a chance to finish this video from the other day. But just to bring you up to speed, so yesterday I picked up a load, which is my weekend load, which is the one I got now. So I'm up here on I-80 in Pennsylvania, and I'll be parking here soon, and then I'll go to the customer tomorrow to deliver for Monday morning. Pick up a reload that goes home for Tuesday, and then I'll be off a couple of days because I got some things to handle. So anyway, man, in that last clip, I was talking about emailing brokers versus calling them up, talking to them about a load. And I am not a fan of the emails. I think I know why they do it. I think a lot of it is because of the language barrier anymore. A lot of these foreigners out here, man, they don't speak English, or it's very broken, and it's just hard for people to communicate. So, they don't want to deal with that. I think that's a big part of it. But, you guys that are drivers, you see it every day. You go to check in at a shipper or receiver, or you see it at a truck stop, and they can't speak clearly, and nobody knows what's going on. So I think that's one of the ways that they can eliminate that. But I don't like it because I just don't think it's very time efficient. I don't have 15, 20 minutes to go back and forth about a load. And it's hard to get, sometimes their response is so vague, like you didn't get the question answered that you wanted answered. So I just, what I do is, if I find a load that's email only, I'll get everything together that I want to know. And I have a general way that I present it at this point, because I've been doing this long enough now to where I kind of know what I want to ask and what I need to know in order to haul that load. And so I'll put it all together in the email and I send it. But even though I send the email, if it takes them 5-10 minutes to get back to me, I'm still looking at loads. If I find a load that I can call on and I can get that load, I do it. I don't sit there and wait and see what they say about a certain load. If they call me, if they email me back, they're like, yeah, it's this, I'll email back again, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I already secured another load. But I just, you know, you can't be emailing going down the road back and forth. That's not, A, it's not safe, and B, it's just not efficient. You know, at least, you know, if you, let's say you're sitting at a customer, right? And I've had this happen before. You're looking at the load board and you find a load you're interested in. All of a sudden, bing, the light goes green. You got to go inside, get your paperwork, whatever. As soon as you get back in the truck, you start rolling down the road, you can call them on the phone while you're driving. You know what I mean? You can't do that with email. So that's why I just, it's not efficient, man. And it's happening more and more, and I really don't understand why it needs to be that way. I mean, it's just, you can get so much more accomplished in a 5-minute phone call, but again, it's probably because of the language barrier. So I don't know, man. I tend to shy away from the email only loads. The only exception being, so let's say if I'm looking for a couple days out, right? Well, this really wouldn't be an email only load, but I have people that I can contact now. I'll shoot them an email and say, hey, for example, today's the 23rd. Let's say I'm looking for the 26th. I'll shoot out an email and say, hey, I'm going to be in this spot on the 26th. Do you have anything? And then they'll email it back. You know, I mean, I'm all right with that because you're dealing with something that's a couple days out. But for something that you need to happen right away, I just don't think email's the best way. And especially because another reason I don't like it is that, let's say it's a brokerage that we're not set up with. Well, now I'm emailing you about the load and the details of the load, and then I need to, if I need to get a carrier packet done, now I have to try to, via email, I have to explain to you, okay, you need to contact this person for the carrier packet, and then once you get that back, you got to send the Raycon to me at this email address. It just becomes a cluster. It's hard enough kind of doing that on the phone, let alone having to type all that out, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's just not efficient, man. I don't have 15 minutes to putz around with that, like especially if it's one of those where, like I said, you just got loaded or unloaded, and you got to go in and get your paperwork, and then, you know, I don't have another 20 minutes to sit there sending you an email about what to do, and then, you know, I need to get on down the road. So it's just not my thing, man. It's just not my thing. Some guys like it. I know there are guys who only want to do that because they don't want to talk to brokers, and I get it. I've been on the other end of that too, where you call up a broker and, you know, they don't speak English, and you're like, oh shit, I don't know what the hell they're saying. I'll be honest with you. If I run into that situation, I don't sit there and tell them 13 times, I don't know what you're saying, I don't know what you're saying. I just tell them I'm not interested in the load. And then I just move on because I'm not dealing with that language barrier on my end either. So it's, I mean, I get it. I do get it, but I see it more and more, man. Email only is popping up a lot. So just my 2 cents on that, man. But I got another video with another topic in mind here. Maybe I'll make that tonight or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But with everything that's going on out here, it's actually going to be kind of a stolen thing from one of Snorlord's morning lives. I was listening to a replay. I think it was the one he did Friday morning, which I didn't even get a notification. I don't know what the deal was, but I went back and listened to it. But there's something in there that jumped out at me. So I'll touch on that too. Like I said, I might do it tonight or maybe tomorrow or something. So, all right, man, that's all I got on this one. So, again, I am eastbound and down, fully loaded but light. I'm only 4,000 pounds, so works out pretty good, especially on the old fuel mileage. But anyway, man, that's all I got on this one. So, if you guys have any comments, I'm curious, what do you guys think about email only versus making the phone calls? You know, I'm curious to see what you guys out there who run the spot market, what you guys prefer and why. So you can throw that down in the comments. You know, I'm just curious about that. So I appreciate you guys watching this one. And again, you can feel free to leave a comment, either answer my question, you know, what do you prefer, email or phone calls? Or you can just ask me a question, leave your own comment about whatever. Or you can email me if you want, helpwithtrucking@hotmail.com. And, yeah, I guess that's about it, man. So, I appreciate you checking this one out. Until next time, everybody be good, be smart, be safe, and I will catch you guys down the road later on.